Into UK Black Men Talk Show live on Supreme FM. Now, guys, we have a special guest, another special guest. All right, so he is one of the CEOs of a new inclusive organisation that provides a well-being support service. He's going to tell us more about it. He's been on here before. He's going to share. Those of you who are new to the show, you're going to hear for the first time Stephen. Those who heard Stephen before, he's going to update us and everything. So Stephen, welcome to UK Black Men Talk Show live on Supreme FM. Welcome.
Hi, good morning, Annz. How are you doing? Okay?
I'm doing fine, Stephen. So excellent. I'm guessing you know the drill now. What's the drill,
yes.
Stephen?
The drill. What's the drill? Is it about mindset?
It's about your number.
My number. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So my number this morning or today, as we wake, is number 10.
10, cool.
Yeah.
What's your word? What comes to mind?
My word, what comes to mind is prosperity.
Right, that is cool. So, Stephen, I said to the listeners that you have this amazing organisation and it's there for the well-being of Black and Asian men. It's called Touching Base Network C.I.C. So, yeah. Stephen, I'm going to just let you start wherever you want to start, because I know last time you were on here, you had an event. So the first thing comes to my mind is, how did the event go? And also, just let the listeners who do not know about your organisation, let them know a little bit about your organisation.
So basically, the organisation is called Touching Base Network C.I.C, and we are a community-based company. Our company was developed and discovered, I would say, because of life, basically, life issues. As a black man myself, over the age of 40, I realised that a lot of black men are suffering, or we're not using our natural talents, which is the main thing, I would say. When I say suffering because we're not using our natural talents. And naturally, we're talented as black men, you know, from primary school going right up, basically. But along the way, life, as it does, sets you aside or push you aside. It actually pushes you aside. And if you haven't got the right tools and the right ability and mentality, you know, and discipline to deal with life, then it's going to be difficult for you, basically. And that's something that I've learned as myself, as I said, as a man over 40, a black man over 40, plus amongst my peers, amongst my brothers, you know, and seeing just growing up in the world of London, I would say, and England, you know, and the world wide, basically, because again, as you say, that was briefly, and I've actually touched down on about the business whilst traveling. And when I mention the business whilst traveling different countries, people also are, you know, recipient to the business, basically, because of, as I said, by the time you reach 40, there's a lot of things that we had naturally talented, but we lose it. And we lose it basically because of these reasons, because of lack of education and employment services, because of relationship issues, because of personal and career development, because of our confidence building, because of housing and housing benefit needs and requirements, financial empowerment, mental health and well-being. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's you know, that what I said, that's the sort of main aspects of why we lose the direction of our natural talents going forward. So the business was basically designed to put in place services where black men and black and Asian men, over the age of 40 can be supported and advised by Touching Base Network C.I.C. So that's why the business is here.
Brilliant.
I'll just mention the event. So we had a launch event on the 11th of January this year.
Yes. And
we wanted to do it at the beginning of the year purposely because we wanted to start it fresh with a new start. And basically the event was to launch the company, to bring the community together. We had different guest speakers, and that particular organization spoke of black men over 40 and the challenges that we face. And again, black men, broken black men, basically. You know, there's a lot of us that are broken, that we don't admit, that we don't put our cards on the table. And again, this is causing a big issue amongst ourselves as black men. And another thing I would say in that regard is that what it also does, if black men ourselves aren't stable and we are broken, then how can we expect our youths to be firm? You know, so this was spoken of by gang. We also had a organization called Father, And this particular person within the company spoke of his journey as a black man over 40, and realizing at a point, as he mentioned, that he realized at a point whereby he looked into himself. He said he was at a party, funny enough. He was in a rave at a party, and then something came to mind, and he said he stopped, and he thought, what am I doing here? Is this place is the place for me? Am I really this person, or the facade that I make out to be? And he said he went home, and in the conversation, which was very sort of vital to what he said, he said he went home and he sat and looked in the mirror, and he asked himself many questions. And after asking these questions, he then set up a company called Father to Father, where fathers actually assist other fathers and assist the youths, fathers through children, basically. So, so again, he was another guest speaker we had. We also had did spoke of black men and black youths, and the combination that we should have and that we do have, basically, and the support that we should have for our youths as black men. So it was a really nice sort of spoken words in that regard, and a lot of professional and nice guest speakers.
Yeah, it sounds interesting. Definitely sounds interesting. And I'm just thinking what you just said there with the man who had that moment, and then you just went home, and from that an organisation formed. Because
that's right.
As you know, Stephen, we look at relationships in different areas here on UK Black Men Talk Show. So we are pleased that you're coming here and sharing about your organisation. You also talk about relationships as well. So that's really important. You talk about it on your platform as well. Relationships. We do. We speak of relationships. And within our company, we do have a consultant that's actually assigned to our company. And they basically come to our they'll be coming to our events and discussion at different times and different moments within our sort of platform which we have. We have got a program set for this month on the 7th of February. So for next month, this month, my apologies, on the 7th of February, which is actually tomorrow, yes.
We have an event starting which is from 7:30 till 9:30. And again, tomorrow we'll be discussing education and liberation, basically, for black men through life learning. So that's one of the topics that we'll be discussing tomorrow. So basically, we've got 6-part sessions, and each part basically will be discussing different topics throughout the project.
Right, and these are free sessions.
They are free. Yes, they are free.
Some of our listeners are interested in connecting, so. With regards to those who think, I want to go, but I'm not sure, what can you say about tomorrow?
Yeah, so basically, again, the business, what we do say is don't be afraid to start over. It's your time to start now, basically. And, basically, it's not actually starting from scratch. It's actually starting from experience.
Oh, I like
so
that.
This is the main thing that we would say. Don't be afraid to start. Because it's not starting from sketch, it's starting from experience. Again, for men over 40, we do have experience. So it's actually bringing that experience to our organisation and being able to share that experience to gain more, and to achieve more.
Some people don't want us to say anything; they want to just come and listen. It's that kind of space.
Yeah, exactly. So they're by all means, so people can just come and listen, just be educated, and just maybe exactly, just coming to listen and hear. And gradually, like I said, these courses which we're having, the first one's tomorrow. We do have another one on the 21st of February. The following one's on the 6th of March. So they're every fortnight, basically, for about 6 sessions up until the 17th of April.
Right. So do people have to join from the first session, or can people join the second? How does it work in that way?
No, they can come any time they please.
Right.
So they can come any time the session. What we would say though, Annz, in that regard, there will be a certificate provided if you do attend all 6 sessions.
Oh, right, that's cool. That is cool.
Yeah, and again, it's just for sort of that consistency and that sort of positivity which we're trying to achieve and achieve to people, the people for the game.
Yeah, so it's almost like you're acknowledging and rewarding the men for the attendance, because your organisation, you recognise the challenges that Black and Asian men, especially I'm going to just say Black men for myself, just so I know more about the challenges that Black men face in this system. So your organisation definitely identifies that, and I think that's what's so unique about it as well, Stephen.
Yeah, we just basically believe that positive thinking is like a muscle, basically, and the stronger you use it, the more positive you actually become, and it's something that you just have to constantly use and constantly practice. So that's why we put the business into place, so that people can actually have a platform and a service to achieve that, basically. And as I said, we have different aspects of life and services which we tend to fail or tend to lack due to lack of support and assistance. So that's why the company's here.
Yeah, you recognise the needs of the community. And Stephen, in terms of the positivity, because right now so much is happening, and I know that men do feel pressure, and some men are out there suffering in silence. And we talked last time, and I asked you about those men who are really proud and they're coming to your organisation. You shared that it's not going to be something that's going to kind of emasculate them. It's not going to be something where they're going to feel like they are sort of pleading for help or something. It's definitely something they can approach with their head held high, so to speak.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's about what we do have here as well as part of our services is confidence building as well. And when we say confidence building, this is going to be done amongst ourselves. So the company does. So we do have signposts where we assign posts individuals too. But in regards to the confidence building, this is something that's going to be done amongst ourselves. Because confidence building is something that you need to discuss, be open-minded, and have a free and safe environment. So again, that's something that we do. And what we say again is that sometimes you have to actually choose what is right and not what is easy in life as well. And a lot of the time, I think, as men, we choose what is easy, and we don't push the boundaries, basically. So that's another sort of key point I would mention in that regards to feeling free and feeling open. And just when I listened to the previous speaker, and he said, we have to, it's quite keenly coming on after him, and he said we have to ignore things, or we have to be free with things. Basically, we can't hold back on things. And if you want to achieve and if you want to progress, so that's what it's about as well in regards to confidence building and people feeling safe in a safe environment.
Yeah, because sometimes we kind of feel comfortable. Sorry, when I say we, sometimes men, feel comfortable, and they don't want to go into that uncomfortable zone as well.
Yeah. Again, sometimes we have to choose what is right and not what is easy, which is a lot of times what we do. We choose what is right, what is easy and not what is right. It's about that sort of consistent reminder.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm just here smiling, Stephen, because you didn't realise I said we, and I just kind of corrected myself. I think that's really cool. We are. It's everybody, basically. Everybody's inclusive, definitely. Yeah, just reminding myself I'm not a man. Okay, so yeah, men.
No, we're all inclusive. We're all inclusive because we learn off of each other. We learn off of each other and we feed off of each other. So even though we do say men, I always say as well as part of the business that women are also inclusive, because a strong man needs a strong woman, as we all know, and it works hand in hand. So even though you do see the individual man standing alone,
yes,
as you may see, there's a woman behind him, or he needs a woman behind him to give him that 400, basically. And if we don't have it, then we're lacking.
Right.
That's my opinion. We're lacking, basically. So it's about trying to find that as well, which is obviously another conversation, if you like.
Yeah. So it is the we. It is definitely the
we. No, 100%. 100%.
And shout out to Supreme FM for embracing this as well, having this opportunity to share this with the community. So Stephen, what is your word and number in closing? What's your word?
My number and word in closing is discipline. In regards to word, and I say 3 because that's the day of my birth.
Oh, okay then. So it's not about how you're feeling, that we haven't made you feel worse being on the show.
No, not at all. I'm going more with my spirit, as I said, my birth, which is where I naturally came from. So yeah.
Okay, that's fine then, because I was just thinking 3.
No. To be honest with you, I did actually remember that you did it from 1 to 10.
Yeah, I did it from 1 to 10.
But yeah, no, I didn't remember. But 10 was good for the beginning because I'm feeling 10. But I'm going down to, so I'm feeling 10, which I said initially, which is prosperity. And then I'm going down to 3 in regards to nature, which is my birthday.
There you go. That's brilliant.
So you got both. You got my nature and you got prosperity within my numbers.
Thanks so much for that, Stephen.